My beloved trainee, I am here to take you on the topic titled Tools, Equipment and Materials Used in Mentoring Works. You are highly welcome to this training session. For the purpose of this training, the learning outcomes are as follows. You should be able to identify mentoring tools, equipment and materials. Likewise, explain the use of mentoring tools, equipment and materials. Similarly, you should be able to maintain mentoring tool. As an introduction, masonry is the building of structures from individual units, which are often laid in and bound together by mortar. That is, the binding material there is the mortar. The term masonry can also refer to the units themselves. The common materials of masonry construction are brick, building stone such as marble, granite, and limestone, cast stone, concrete block, glass block, and adobe. Masonry is generally a highly durable form of construction. However, the material used, the quality of the mortar and workmanship, and the pattern in which the units are assembled can substantially affect the durability of the overall masonry construction. A person who constructs masonry is therefore called a mason or a bricklayer. Therefore, these are both classified as construction trades. Laying brick and stone takes a different set of tools than most jobs. On this note, masons have tools that are the same, yet different at the same time, like a hammer. To start with, one of the key masonry tools is builder square, others called masonry square. It's all the same, but it's used for 90 degrees angle setting and checking in masonry works. Another key tool there is bolster, used in conjunction with a club hammer to cut bricks to size in situation where full block may not fit into the gap during brick laying. The width of the cutting edge is 100 mm. Another key tool there is brick trowel, which is used for spreading the cement mortar with a blade laid within the range of 255 mm to 300 mm, which is also key to spread the mortar after mixed by the brick layer. The jointer is also important. Why? Because some masons may not determine the appropriate spacing or the gap for a brick to be spaced between one another. There are flat, pointed, and rounded jointer, so that the joints for the bricklaying will be uniformly spaced. Therefore, jointer should be used for a perfect spacing of bricks when laying them in construction work. The steel float tool is key, which is also used to apply and smoothen plaster surface. That is, after it plasters, mortar has been sprayed. Some also call it shining trowel to finish the plaster work in order to achieve a smooth finishing of plaster work. To maintain the tool is key because of rust. The steel float should be dry before keeping in its box. Another key tool is the spirit level. Others call it plumb. It is used to check horizontal and vertical surfaces, especially when laying the block, to check alignment, so that to prevent building defects like cracks in building. So their use level must be calibrated with a standard level. That is, if there is a bubble that is in between the length of the spirit level, which must be central to confirm that the work or the surface is uniform or perfectly vertical, no perfectly horizontal, as the case may be. Therefore, this spirit level must be placed on a true surface while using it. That is, the air bubble in the vial of the level must stay in the center, as I earlier mentioned. There are different types of spirit level ranging from 900 mm to 200 mm or 2000 mm in the length. The brick hammer tool is also important to cut bricks and nailing, especially the pins to attach the builder line to the nail. You need to use a hammer. On this note, I want to talk more on this maintenance of these tools. That all tools after work should be kept clean throughout the day. Clean from plaster, dried, and should be oil and lubricated where necessary, especially the stainless float which I earlier mentioned. And they should be stored in a safe and a secure place. On materials such as Portland cement, as is always known, there are binders. There are different types of Portland cement. But for now, I'll talk on a general purpose or use of the Portland cement, which is used to bind and fill masonry joints, bond cement-based articles together like stones, granites, and others. They may be pasty after forming a mixture, especially when performing a tiling works, and then it hardens after hydration. Therefore, it is advised for a trainer or a technician or a bricklayer to mix as per the quantity that he needs to use for that time, so that the Portland cement may not harden before the work commences. We have sand, which is also key, but should be a clean sand, that is a riverbed sand. Similarly, granite are also used in masonry work, extensively in construction work. There are different sizes ranging from 5 mm, 10 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm. It depends on the sizes that you need to work on at the construction site. The granite for lintel work may be different from the granite for substructure, and so on and so forth. We have steel bars, which are mild steels. They are round and they're smooth, but have patterns on it for proper reinforcement. That is, it provides for better bonding between concrete and steel bar because it has a high tensile steel bar with pattern and locks on their surface. So in summary, on this steel bar, the steel bar is a mild steel and it is used for better bonding between the concrete and steel bar, and the pattern and locks on the surface made it possible for proper bonding. Likewise, the tiles, there are different types of tile. We have the glazed tiles, quarry tiles, ceramic tiles, mosaic. It depends on the work you intend to do. The one for floor is different from the one for wall. Likewise, the one for laundry. So it depends on the one that you need to work on during your construction work. From the beginning, I was able to talk about the tools that are key, though they are numerous. But as a highlight, we discuss about hammer, spirit level, float, and then the spirit level is key. Why? To determine your vertical and then horizontal alignment. Similarly, for materials too, which are also key, we talk about the granites, which is also important in construction work. You may use them for substructure, that is the foundation. Then stabilization too is also important when you use the bigger sizes. And as I earlier told you, it depends on the design. It depends on the components of the building you intend to construct. That is what determines the sizes of granite you intend to use. Likewise, the sand must be clean, not sand with debris and foreign particles, to ensure proper bonding of the cement, which is also key. The reinforcement too, or steel bars, is also key, and it's advisable to use the one that has patterns for proper bonding. There are so many or countless tools, equipments to be mentioned for this discussion, but for the purpose of time, I may not exhaust them all, and you are advised to refer to the online materials that I provided on these topics, on this topic, to equipment, materials for masonry for better understanding and detailed explanation of this topic. Thank you for listening. I still remain your humble instructor, Engineer Justin Kevin Zambo.